Alright, okay, on the, oh god. Well, I don't know what to create, so I'm gonna wait and see if somebody comes along and gives me a suggestion. If not, I'll just start making someone. Hello, viewer. Have you got a suggestion? Any requests? It's not you, is it? No? I thought it was you. Just give this another minute. Somebody help me. Make a suggestion, please. Male or female? No, like, celebrity requests though, please. That's too tricky to do live. That'll take me hours. Hi, it's Blitz. How are you? Hopefully you can hear me. Last time I tried this, you could not hear me, so done a bit of tweaking. We'll see if we're doing any better this time round. Can you hear me? Can you give me a yes or no? Or, I don't know, just a yes if you can hear me. Gosh, I got my cords tangled up. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. That's a win compared to last time. Do you guys want to see female or male character creation? Personally, I prefer female, but I'm happy to do a guy. I think I've done more females than guys, so I'm just gonna keep flicking back and forth. I'll give it 30 seconds. If I don't have a preference, I'm just gonna do a female, probably. Female? Yeah, alright, let's do a female.
Well, let's get you in there then. I'm gonna need your details.
It's one of the new heritages. I don't like these. Hang on, I'm just gonna name her what I name all of them. I'll temp.
You aren't going anywhere, and neither am I.
Alright. Not gonna use any of these new ones. Don't like them. So it used to be 15 was the last one until the update. They added 5 new heritages, or heads as they were called, which is cool. Can't complain. But I don't know, they all look old, and they're quite unsymmetrical. I don't know. I mean, for an 18-year-old, that's you know, she's got some deep lines there, so we're gonna avoid these new ones. The new male ones are fine, so that's cool, but
tell me everything except that you're innocent. I'd find that
guess
hard
I'll
to
just
believe.
stick to my favorite. Okay, so
Quite a record we'll have.
Heritage 3 is my absolute favorite. I use it for a lot of my creations, but oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're lucky you were caught, you know. The way the town feels about what happened, you were
Yeah,
likely
so
to be
Heritage
shot.
3, absolute favorite. Love it. Don't love it in skinny, and I'll show you the reason why. If we go on this 45-degree angle, oh, it's actually not too
It's a
bad in whatever
process,
settings we
all
got
right,
here.
but
This 45-degree angle, sometimes if you've got it on skinny, she gets this real gaunt sort of look, kind of reminiscent of, like, say, maybe Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, Michael Jackson, but you know, it gets a little bit funny from that angle. So it's always better to go anything other than skinny on this one. I really don't know what I'm going to do at this point. We'll just have a play, shall we? Go Fluffy. Actually, no, I think I have an idea of what I might do.
Yep.
There was something I was playing around with the other day that you tried to use one of the new heritages, and I just can't warm up to them, unfortunately. They are just I don't know. Like I said, they've got unfortunate deep lines, and they're really quite unsymmetrical, so it's you know, not the desired result. So we'll start by just establishing a makeup first. We don't want it to look too cold. I'm kind of going for a cold sort of look, but not super duper cold. Throw that on blue, check that right up. And we want matte and black, but also not completely opaque. We want to, yeah, soften that a little. What ears are these? Oh, right. Just go small. Just kind of establish everything. We'll go full here. Narrow's fine, but yeah, no, we'll do narrow, something different. Keep the carefree eyes, keep the turned up nose, I suppose. We'll just work with what we've got here. Although if I'm going for a cold kind of look, we may as well give her blue eyes. They're the brightest for anyone who, I don't know, cares to know. Number 4 are sort of the brightest blue eyes out there, so I'll just stick with this. And since we're going for a kind of colder look, we'll bring those down a bit and in. I don't know, I'm just making this up as I go along. Bear with me. Bring that forward, try and balance the face. Tilt those eyes out, inward I should say. And make them more shallow. Like so. Put them outward. Like that. And you know, I'll bring the nose up a little, why not? Make it thinner. Shorten it. Not too much. And bring it down a smidge. And just in a smidge. Wow, no, not that wide. I'm thinking maybe a bit narrow. Make them narrow but full. Bring that up a fraction. Oh no, see from the side I don't like that. I'll bring it back down. Okay, well I definitely want them shallow, but maybe not quite so much. So bring them back in a little. Bring that lower lip out a bit. And what do we got? Narrow. So we'll bring them out, bring her jaw out. Just a little. Bring it up. And we'll settle for that. Tilt that low, keep it narrow. For this one, anyway. It's always an ever-changing thing. Each character's different. I'm just kind of messing around. Honestly, I'm happy to take requests from anyone that's watching. I don't mind while I'm here messing around anyway. But, for now at least, I'm just gonna have a play. Something that's very similar to what I did the other day. Yeah, I've already done that. Already done all this. So yeah. This is kind of reminiscent of what I tried to do with one of the new heritages the other day. Except it would suit a lighter skin tone. There we go. Yeah, so just a quick rundown. If anyone wants the exact sliders of this one. Heritage 3. Paler skin tone, number 3. 18 of course. Athletic, number 4. Fluffy, carefree. Now, I'm gonna have to be honest here and say that, these don't matter so much anymore. They used to before the update, but it's sort of more of a starting point, so you can take furrowed eyes and make them look carefree, or vice versa. Just depends on where your sliders are set. Anyways, a quick look at where these are for anyone wanting to perhaps, I don't know if you've taken a shine to this particular character. Unfortunately, she's not going to make it out into the cutscenes for you to have a look at, but here are her sliders. Anyways, keep seeing people pop in and out. Yeah, I know, it's not the most interesting thing to watch. Narrow jaw. This isn't quite what I did the other day, but took a slightly different direction. That's one thing I do want to say to anyone who may watch this is, you know, anything I do create and upload, you don't have to follow it exactly. Not by any means. Feel free to have a play, use it as a base, and, you know, make it your own. Oops, yeah, teeth unfortunately are still atrocious. Yeah, you can turn them right up. Kinda like freckles. It seems a lot of people don't like freckles though, so I tend to usually try and steer clear of them. I don't know. Try and please the people, I guess. Thank you. Yeah, so just running through the sliders at the moment for this one, for anyone who may want to watch this again and have a look at how this one was made. It's like so. Now, guess we'll move on to something else. Let's do 8. I really like 8. Just gonna wipe everything we've done here. Whoops. Yep, just wipe it all, leave that. You would do a Vandalind model. As in Dutch. Oops, let me just get rid of that. Or maybe not get rid of it. I'll just do that. Vandalind model. Yes, Dutch Vandalind. I've already done Dutch as best I could anyway. He's on my channel. I think he's one of the last ones. Not the last one, but maybe the one before the last one, so the second most recent, I guess you could say. He's a tricky one. But yeah, I got as close as I could anyway, if you wanted to have a look at him. So I'll give a dark hair this time. Ditch the freckles. Right. I'll just start working with this face instead. I don't know. He is very... Oh, yeah, he's very hard to reproduce. It's particularly hard when you're not equipped with the right facial hair and such as well. It makes it even harder. Some characters are a little bit easier because their hair and facial hairs, you know, it's there and open to use, but yeah, Dutch, his hair is facial, his hair's there, but his facial hair is not there, unfortunately. Let's make this shaped. Down and in a bit. See, her nose is quite, at the moment, prominent, so we're going to try and just balance that. It's a lot of what I try and do with faces, is just balance them. I don't really know how to explain that. But we'll get to her nose in a minute. Headaches. Okay, granted the nose can be a bit intimidating unless you adjust it, but it's really not a bad one at all. So, go out a little, down a little. Now, turned up's fine. So yeah, see that's like full length, so we're going to bring that maybe not that far in, and not to the right. We'll bring it in so it's short. And bring it down. Now I want to widen the nose, but not the nose tip, so that's an extreme. Sorry, my character like Dutch. I can show it to you if you want. Yeah, sure, dude. Are you on PlayStation? I'm gonna bring that up though. Yeah. Okay, well, I think it's in the description of this, my PSN. It's HevsCharacter with capital H, capital C. Pretty sure it's in the description. Oh, hello, how are you? Yeah, no, feel free to send it to me. I'll be more than happy to have a look. I always enjoy looking at other people's creations, for sure. I'm really curious, actually. This Dutch is a tricky one, as you said. I created my character in November during the beta, so the face is not nice, but my outfit is amazing. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely keen to see it. I'm not so great at outfits. I whack on sort of budget versions for the characters that I do, but you know, I wouldn't say at all that I'm very good with them. I can never remember the names of the items and things, so you know, I admire people who are good with outfits. Okay, so if we go too thick on these lips, as you'll see in a second, and her mouth opens slightly, we want to avoid that. Out in the world, it doesn't look so good. So we just got to bring them in till her lips are sealed, I guess you could say. I'm gonna bring them thick because why not? I guess. And I want her upper lip out a bit more. Like so. Maybe? That'll do. Not narrow on this heritage. Neutral. Neutral's always a safe starting point. As I was saying before, it doesn't particularly matter what the name of on here is. Whatever you do, it will adjust it to any of them these days. It used to matter in beta, but yeah, I mean, I'll just show you. I'll use your tutorial to do mine when the character change will be available. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I can't wait for that too, actually. My own character on my main account, I like her, but I just feel like doing something different. She's a head 3. I like head 3, but it's everywhere, so I might change it up for something different. Oh yeah, that's what I was showing. Okay, so wide jaw, right? We'll look at what's here? Yeah, so narrow, wide. I'm going to make this wide look like a narrow. Just, you know, it doesn't matter anymore, really, what you put this setting at. It doesn't matter, I don't think. So we're going to bring that in a bit. Okay, so from the side, it doesn't look so good if we heighten it? Yeah, heighten, I guess. Too much. So we're just going to make it more narrow. I think shallow looks better in my opinion. We'll bring that chin down, try and balance the face out. Oh, cool, I just got an image. Thank you, I'll check it after the live. Bring her chin forward. See, now I'm not happy with the mouth, so what we do is we've just got to balance the face. You get to this sort of point. Well, I do anyway. I get to this sort of point, and it's just a matter of tweaking until sort of happy with the entire face. I wish I could explain it better. I don't know, I just kind of fiddle around. But I want that nose down a fraction, so if we bring the nose tip down, the nose is going to look, see? It's going to look like it's down further. But I also don't want the nose to, you know, go that way. So we're just trying to bring it down enough that I guess I'm happy with it. Alright, I think the cheeks are bothering me now. She needs wide or full cheeks. And yeah, I'll come back to that. Never mind, I'm just thinking out loud. See, now I want her eyes even more outward to balance the width of her face and her brows as well. Now I'm just going to whack some makeup on her. Ugh. I don't know why it makes her face so pale compared to the neck. It works in some cases, but certain skin tones it does not work. Yeah, I'll just stick with that. That's yeah, I like the highlighted. I'm a fan. It's probably my favourite. There we go. That. And we'll just so in my opinion, I think Heritage 8 suits average. Hang on, I'll go up close. Average. Looks a bit better. Or even skinny. But, you know, you just have to adjust the jaw. so that it's thicker if you go into skinny. To just, yeah, balance out that face again. But, oh, I might as well show you, I suppose. So, now that she's skinny, her jaw looks quite thin, so we've just got to balance it out. And see, now I can bring the jaw up a bit higher, and I don't know, to me it doesn't look as odd as it did when we were athletic. Bring that up a fraction. And so yeah, that's Heritage 8. Now if we throw it into average, as you can see, the jaw is quite a lot thicker than it was if we were to go into skinny, so we just adjust it accordingly. So I mean, I'm relatively happy with her, just for a quick muck around kind of character, so I'm just going to quickly run through the sliders in case anybody wanted to create this one. So Heritage 8, Skin Tone 1, 18 of course. Don't make her jawline small. Oh, she's going to be deleted in a second. It's okay. You can adjust however you like. Oh, it's still on the wide side. I mean, you can keep it wide if you like. All you've got to do is adjust that line right there. I don't know, me personally, I think this sort of suits this particular face, but everyone's got their own ideas, so that's why I sort of try and encourage people to sort of take whatever I create and tweak it to suit themselves, rather than, you know, don't be afraid to have a bit of a play. It's just, you know, it's just for the fun of it, really. So yeah, 8, Skin Tone 1, what was I saying, 18, average for this one. I like this eye colour. You don't see it out, I haven't seen it out a lot. It sort of makes her pupils look really big, but I don't know, I kind of like it. It's sort of like big eye contact lenses. It's got broad eyes. Sliders are as shown. Yeah, I always tend to put their eye position outward. I don't know, maybe it's because I watched a lot of Disney as a kid, I'm not sure. I just tend to like their eyes a bit more on the outward side of things. But yeah, if anyone watching has a request or a suggestion or something for me to muck around with on the next one, just yell out. I'm happy to have a play around. I really just wanted to hop on and say thank you to everyone who so far has subscribed to my channel. We've got 668 or something subscribers, which is just nuts. I didn't think it'd get past 100 really. But you know, thank you, and thank you to everyone who's watched and liked and, you know, even disliked. You know, just thank you to everyone who's interacted at all. Hi Shady, how are you? Hope you're enjoying this Friday night. Well, it's Friday night where I am. Anyway, it might not be Friday night where you are. Now with this lifestyle stuff, if you turn, only these two are mandatory in having a title. If you turn them right down, they basically just, they're not there. So, as you can see, that's, you know, it's added a bit of a pink or reddish tone to her cheek if we turn it right up, but just, if you don't want any of that, just turn it right down. Same with this tiredness, just turn it right down. Can I try to create 2-pack. I did see your request earlier, and I have to say I'm not very confident in trying to create him. Celebrities, they're really hard. I think I've only successfully created like 2. Yeah, at a glance, when I first seen that request, my answer would be, like, the short answer would be probably no. I don't think I can do it. I think he might be a little bit tricky. I don't know. I'm always really hesitant about making celebrities. It's, you know, especially someone as legendary as that. That's really intimidating. Let's do a guy.
Head through there.
Why not? Somebody did ask me to, I think it was Stormzy or Storesme Cross asked me to do head 9, so let's just mess around with head 9. I don't know, I think that only decent black heritage is 17. Other ones seem kind of weird. Oh, no, I don't mind any. Let's just sort of set him as neutral as we can and have a look. Just gonna set everything to, like, starting point. And get rid of that silly hair. We'll pick that because we can see his face easy enough through it. And stubble. And we'll just get rid of all this stuff that they like to put on them for some reason. I kind of wish they wouldn't. And we'll, you know, give him brown eyes and make him younger. I've used this one before. I quite like it. I have to say, all the new male heritages are all pretty good. I don't really have any complaints. So we've got 17. The others are, I think it's 4, 5, and 6. Yep. So that's 4. 5 and 6. See, I don't mind 6. I think I've used 6 before. It's just a matter of bringing in the lower half of his face from the side, if you know what I mean. Like, trying to just balance that face. This guy's not too bad either, honestly. This one I've never tried. I don't think I have anyway. I can't actually try 2-pack at the moment, sorry. My phone's nearly dead. So trying to get references, and I mean, it would take me it takes me a very long time when I'm trying to create a request of anyone, whether it be a game character or a celebrity or whatever I'm trying to do. It takes me a long time, so I don't think people want to be watching me do tiny minor little tweaks here and there for the next 2 hours, so I'll have a look at it. No promises, absolutely no promises, I'm sorry, but I will have a look at it, and if I can see something there that makes me think he might be possible, I'll give it a go. But like I said, a lot of celebrities, it's just a little bit daunting. Hey, can you make John Marston? Let's have a quick crack, shall we? I'm not going to look at any references or nothing. We're just gonna like mess around. John's got pointy eyebrows from what I remember. Okay, that's an issue. None of them are really pointy. having a stab at John out of, you know, not being able to see any pictures of John. It's impossible to make 2-pack. Yeah, I'm kind of on that guy's side. I don't think it's possible. I can't rightfully say it's impossible because I haven't tried. Not to say that, you know, I'd be the only one to be right, but maybe someone can make 2-pack. I don't feel like it can be me though. I don't feel confident. But like I said, I will definitely have a look at some reference pictures, and I'll give it a look over anyway. Hi, is it pronounced? Vikrai 21. Either way, hello. Hope you're doing well. No, that's okay. I like to try and do as many requests as I can, but yeah, a lot of the time the old celebrities and whatnot, it's just a bit yeah, bit tricky. So John's got a very short nose, I remember that. I think we have to do this old trick, yep. From what I remember anyway. You'll have to bear with me, I'm not working off any reference or anything, I'm just working from memory, which is a bit scary actually. Bring that up. If I remember, his mouth was deep. And he had thin lips, I think. I think. Actually, I don't think his mouth was that wide. Whoops. Wide either. Like I said, it doesn't really matter where you start from, but it does make it easier sometimes to start with a reference closer to where you're trying to go, I suppose you could safely say. Alright, cheeks. I really don't remember John Marston's cheeks. I have no idea. I don't think they were particularly wide. I should know this. I love John. He's been my favourite character since, well, Red Dead 1, but when you try and think of something, you just can't think of it. It's always the way. So, we'll just whack on the right hair. No. Stubble. No, I do remember he's got like a darkness under his eyes, so we'll add that. Not so harsh, but we'll add that as well. And I suppose that scar's probably the closest. And so now, I don't know, his mouth doesn't look wide enough from memory. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, here's a really terrible, quick mock-up of John Marston. Not using any references because I'm a dingus. Actually, I think he's a bit crankier looking than that. And he doesn't look old enough. Does this head just not age? Hey, FHAD9UF, how you going? Yeah, so just a quick, probably pretty terrible John Marston. I know he's not right, but like I said, my phone's nearly dead. I'm not going to look at reference pictures. It's just from memory, kind of how John looks, I think. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys judge. Anyway, if you think you can work from this, I'll just quickly run through the sliders. So I've used Heritage 19 because I have tried him in the past, and that's the one I used. I've made him older than John. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking a bit of a cross between Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2. I'm not sure, because he looks quite different between Red Dead 1 and 2. Can you video a John? Well, I mean, this will be up for view if you like the kind of mock-up version I've done here. You'll be able to re-watch, and I'll go through the sliders so you can go from this base and probably make him look a lot better than I've done. If you've got a couple of pictures of John in front of you. Red Dead 2. Yeah, I mean, I don't really think this looks like John. I don't know. I've seen a couple of good Johns, which is why I'm really hesitant to do John, because I think other people have done it better than I could probably do. I'm not sure. But, you know, I don't want to tread on their toes, if you know what I mean, because I'd probably use the same heritage and hairstyle and everything, and I don't know, I worry about things looking a bit too similar to other people's creations. So yeah, my arm got twisted and I've got an Arthur Morgan coming up, but even then he looks a little bit too similar for my liking. But I've gone through and double checked it, and none of the sliders are really the same. It's just that we've used the same heritage, so I can rest easy, but you know, still trying to avoid that kind of thing, trying to keep it original. Oh, thank you. I suppose it's not bad, not bad for just a quick and easy John Marston. Yeah, I mean, really I should have thought ahead, charged my phone and been able to reference things, but oh well. Alright, so that's that for him. Now, do you guys want another male or female? That's what I was doing. I was doing Heritage 9. Sorry, my bad. Let's do something with the hair is more clear, no? I'm not sure I quite understand what you mean by the hair is more clear. They've definitely, like, the hair looks a lot better after the update, if that's what you mean. 100% agree there. Let's get rid of his scar. And these. Now, somebody wanted this fella with blue eyes. Look at all these eyebrows all look so thick on this head compared to the last one. Guess we'll go with that. That'll do. Why not? Just kind of balance. Try and balance it again, I guess you could say. Bring that in a little bit deeper. Right. The hair is browner. Oh, sorry. The hair is browner. Yeah, you're probably right. Like I said, if I'm going to try and make people, I should at least have a picture of them in front of me. But, yeah. You could definitely change the hair colour. Like I said, if anyone wants to sort of work off of that quick thing I did and do a better job. Suppose it just gives a starting point, maybe. I'm not sure. Bring that thinner, but widen the nose. Widen the mouth, and I think he's got a little bit too much of a duck face thing happening, so just fix that up. And well, I am a personal fan of full lips. Yeah, we'll do something different. Make them a little bit thinner without going crazy. Oh, that's as wide as this jaw goes. Huh, okay. Oh dear. Okay, yeah, we'll keep it towards the low side. And just out a fraction. Oh, okay, no, not thin. Thin. Narrow, not narrow. And we'll bring that chin out so that it's at least hopefully lining up with that bottom lip a bit. Like so, I guess. And yeah, I don't usually touch the ears. Usually, unless there's, you know, a particular character that has unique ears, I don't really see a need. What do we got? Neutral. Okay, so the reason I'm flicking his head around like crazy is I'm trying to get a glimpse of what it looks like on that 45-degree angle. It just saves me going up and doing this every time. So let's bring him a bit low, but more deep. So I don't want him sticking out like crazy. Well, I don't know, it's really up to you what you guys want to do, but I don't particularly want his cheeks too gaunt. Oops. And yeah, I mean, this is Heritage 9, male version. You can create this kind of gaunt, hollow looking thing if you like, using these two. Don't really use a lot of other lifestyle complexions personally, unless I want somebody to look burnt. Oh, actually no, I lie. I do use these two, not at full strength, but yeah, do use them. I think we'll just leave it at that. Give him a scar if you like. I don't know. It's really up to what you want this character to be, I suppose. I do want to use this scar one day. I have never seen it used. This or any of the following. This one. Or this one. Or, yeah, that one, okay. I was forgetting one. Alright, I'm just gonna throw together... Wait, have I gone through... No, I haven't. I'll just quickly go through the sliders for this one for you, for anyone who may want to make this character, or tweak him. just yeah, have a bit of fun with it. Heritage 9 in the male side's a pretty good one. It's a pretty safe bet, I think, anyway. It's I don't know. I personally think it's pretty easy to make him look like a human being, as opposed to some of the others. Some of them are just scary. I'll show you a scary one after this, actually, in case you haven't seen. I think it's 12. Oh no, or is it 15? It's up that way anyway. Just didn't do anything to the ears, so do what you like there. Just gonna ignore those teeth because they're all atrocious. So I think I've got all these set to, yeah, they're not doing anything. You set them all the way to the left. They don't do anything. They don't play a role, which is good, because we don't want them necessarily always active. Which one is it? Yeah, 15. I wouldn't mind one day trying to make him look okay, but as you can see, as we're looking at him, his right eye, or you know, his left eye, but as we're looking, the right eye is not okay. Like, it's just, it looks like it's bulging out of his head. I don't know why. Anyway, that's a project for another day. Well, I'm not trying to entertain, I suppose.
We got the wrong one in here?
So I'll just quickly do a female, and I'll throw her through the whole intro part so you can see what she looks like out in the world. Which heritage should we do? Which one haven't I done that's okay? None of these new ones. Ugh, such a shame. This one, this one, this one, and this one all could potentially be quite good looking female characters, but as you can see, as we're looking on the left hand side, there's all these really deep lines, and the face is not symmetrical at all. Like, if you look at where the jaw is on either side of her mouth, one side is a lot wider than the other, and one eye is sort of looking up where the other's looking straight. I don't know. Anyway, not a huge fan of any of the new ones, so let's oh, you know what, I never do Heritage 11 because, well, because it was everywhere when I first started playing beta. So I tried my darndest not to use it. She can pull Skinny off, I think. Let's give it a go. Leave that as is. Let's give her... Oh dear, not smudged. No, I think that's too much. Not lined. Just not a fan personally. No. Yeah, let's just see how this goes. We'll just use that as a base. So let's give her hazel eyes, I guess. I think they suit them. No, I'll stick to them. No, I'll just stick to that. Like I said, it doesn't matter too much. I'm just trying to get an idea. For me, Heritage 15 is the most beautiful, but you have to make look a little less Asian. I quite like Heritage 15 as well. I've used her a few times. Absolutely no complaints. It's pretty good. It's just I've recently done one with Heritage 15, so I'm trying, I guess, to do something different for me. I don't use Heritage 11. I've done it once. Yeah, just it was absolutely everywhere when beta came out, so I wanted to be different and try and use anything but. But yeah, absolutely kudos to Heritage 15. I really like her. It's quite a pretty one. I'll make them shallow. I'm gonna try and make this 11 not look so much like 11, if that's possible. Guess we'll find out. Can usually see a Heritage 11 a mile away. Not in a bad way, I quite like it. It's just, she's got quite unique features that none of the others have. Yeah, no, no. We'll keep it up. When does that bump go away? Doesn't quite. Probably about there. Alright. Oh, it's just always there, which is fine. I was just seeing if there was a point where it went away, but not really. Okay. Probably don't want her lips that big. And we do want to balance that out. That's a bit more, yeah, what I was going for, I guess. If we widen and narrow that, what do we got? Yeah, I think bit wide, but we need to narrow this one. Now, before beta, the chin was always, yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, before beta you could only ever get it to, like, say here, I think. The chin was always just a bit far back, I guess. It's good they allow that little bit extra. Since she's skinny, we want it wider. I'll bring that back. Her chin's lopsided. Is anyone else seeing that? As we're looking at the screen, the right side's lower than the left. Huh, okay. That's fine. Full cheeks, I always tend to go wide if I can help it. Like so. I find it really hard to warm up to this one. Sorry, I just can't do it. I like it, I don't know. It takes me a bit to get used to it, I suppose. But I don't want to do 3 again. Let's do 9. Keep everything the same, we'll just tweak it to suit 9 rather than 11. Bring that forward, tilt those inward. Make them a bit more shallow. I want to widen that and narrow the nose tip. Now it's just I find it's just the lips with this one I don't quite like. Can you create Big Boss and Ocelot from Metal Gear Saga? I actually don't know who they are, sorry, so I can't give you an honest answer as to whether I think that's possible or not. Truth be told, I don't know who a lot of the requests are. I'm not really, like, movies and stuff, but I'm not really a big buff when it comes to knowing who's who, so I have to Google a lot of reference photos, but I'll make a note of that and I'll just have a look and see what they look like and see if I think it might be possible. Yeah, sorry, I don't know who they are. Right, we don't want the jaw too high, it looks funny from the side. So we'll do that instead. Bring that back. Oh, I don't know, this lady reminds me, this particular creation reminds me too much of one of my teachers from high school, I think. Just not feeling it. Alright, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. I am ready to just wrap this up with one last creation. I'm just gonna set everything back to sort of a neutral position. That's fine, I'll just turn it down. I'll just put everything to neutral because it kind of gives you I guess an honest look at what the heritage looks like. I'd rather do them athletic, but we'll see. Now, which one should we finish this off at? Anyone? I'm not really into doing an actual request right now. We've got different skin tones for these as well. all of these over from 6 up. Just put her in the middle there. Any preferences, anybody? Anyone have a favourite heritage up to 15? Oh, please not that one though. I'll just run through them slowly again for a minute. Oh, hey Can, how you going? I mean, if it were up to me, I'd probably just do 3. This is my favourite. Oh, I'm good, thank you. Glad it's Friday night. 11's pretty good. Alright, yeah, I can do 11. We'll do an 11. I was doing an 11 and kind of chickened out. I drew and you're... Oh, did you draw something else? I'll make her athletic this time. Maybe that's what was bothering me before. Actually, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Bear with me. I have a plan. Have some faith, as Dutch would say. Actually, no, I want to leave that for now. I just want a hairstyle that allows me to see her face, I guess. Is it possible to make... I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm not sure, PJ. Sorry, just because I'm not familiar with that name. Elton John. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant, Can. Your drawings are pretty good, man. Keep it up. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, 11. Right, we're gonna try and make a kind of... I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Kind of like a little bit badass, a little bit pretty kind of character. Using head 11. Can we do it? Head 11 is not my go-to, but it's not a bad one either. Not by any means. I wish I could kind of explain what I'm doing here, but it's sort of as I was saying before, I'm just trying to balance the face first. Just try and not have any one particular feature sticking out too much to me, I suppose you could say. And then once I've kind of got that, then I usually go back and tweak depending on, you know, I suppose whether it needs it. Or would you say 3 is the best? Yes. Yes, probably. It's my favourite. It's the one I use the most. But the unfortunate thing about it is, when I first started playing beta, the reason I made my character in 3 was because head 11 was everywhere, or heritage 11, and now it seems that everyone's cottoned on to 3, so it's kind of everywhere too. But you can make it look so, how do I explain it? You can make it look a little bit less head 3-ish, depending. Like, sometimes it's really hard to pick what people have used. It's, yeah, I mean, it's my personal favourite. It's not necessarily the best. I suppose it depends on on what you want from your character, really. Shallow. Now I've just noticed I want that mouth down. Again, just balancing it out, I guess. Wish I was more articulate. I mean, one of her cheeks a fraction wider than her jaw, probably. Right. Yeah, same PewDiePie Gloria news, absolutely. I wish at least they'd fix the 5 new heritages they put in, because they're not okay. There's something wrong with them. It would be really nice if they were, you know, as good as the male versions, because the male ones aren't bad at all. It would have been nice to have 5 new good ones to play with, rather than, I mean, I've basically sort of dismissed them. I don't like them, unfortunately. But it would be absolutely fantastic if they were to add even more. Right, so just balancing again. Oh, you're a girl. I was thinking you were a man. Yeah, Hev doesn't really give away much. Yeah, I'm a girl. Yeah. Also, I mean, for me, they look nice in the creation area. Yeah, no, you're right, PewDiePie. They do often look nicer in this creator screen than they do when you take them out, which is why I usually don't make my mind up on them until I at least get to that first Alden cutscene where you're speaking to him at the station. If I don't like them by then, I just delete them straight away and delete all footage and, you know, like they never existed. But I think just sort of practice is making it a little bit easier to judge my chances of liking them anyway, maybe. We'll see. I'm going to take this one out into a cutscene for you all shortly. I'm just making sure I've got the face balanced about right. And I think she's about right. I just want to change the hair, because that hair is not suiting the... there we go. That's the hair I wanted. I was the guy saying Marilyn Monroe. Now I think Ellie from The Last of Us is a good character too. Yeah, I do remember your name, absolutely. Ellie from The Last of Us. She's like, I've been asked to make... Oh, now I can't think of her dang name. Ellen Page. Something about this creator doesn't allow for people with, you know, larger foreheads and really thick, low-set eyebrows. It just doesn't, like, I did try Ellen Page, and I think it was Maisie Williams, who also has, you know, like, really prominent eyebrows, and none of the presets suited, unfortunately. So at this point I'm going to have to say I don't think she's possible, because she reminds me too much of a young Ellen Page, and I really failed at Ellen Page. Yeah, so sorry about that. I just don't think she's possible. If you can make a video tutorial on the creation of Ocelot and the big boss. Yeah, again, I'm sorry, I'm not sure who that is. Ocelot and the big boss. I've never heard of that. I have to Google 90% of my requests. Like, yeah, sorry about that. Just not very good with names or faces or anything like that. So Google's my friend. But anyway, I'll wrap this one character up, get her out into free roam. Well, not into free roam, get her out into the cutscenes and see how she looks anyway. So, my attempt at head 11, which I very rarely use. I've actually found a new likeness for the very last eye colour, this one here, 14. Don't know why. Just quite like it. So just getting these sliders in for anybody who may like the look of this character. Actually, a good friend of mine who I play with often, she's got a character using head 11, and yeah, she's looking to change it come the long-awaited ability to be able to change our character's looks. I think she just wants one that's a bit less used. I can't wait for that. That'll be fun. It'll be so much fun being able to redo my actual character. I actually prefer creating characters more than playing at this point. Yeah, me too. Until they add new content. My, I think this character creator account has seen a bit more action than my actual main account. Quite a bit more action, really. I don't know, it's just a bit of a challenge, something to do. I've got nothing to work towards anymore in the game till they add more stuff. And yeah, I quite enjoy just making characters, to be honest. Especially in a challenging creator like this one. Although it has improved. Definitely has improved. Yep, so we've got nothing really set here. Got to level 26 times and deleted every character. Yeah, I did that on my main account. I think I deleted 5 before I finally liked the look of her. Even now, I mean, compared to this new creator, you can tell she's from beta. She's not bad by any means, she's not bad, but I just think I could do better with the tools we have now, maybe. Anyway, let's get this lady out into the
It's all correct.
first little
I'll
bit of the
take
game.
photograph. I'll need to see your fingers, palms to you. Stay there.
That's half the challenge, is getting a photo with their eyes open at this part right here. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this opening scene now. I can pretty much quote it. It's crazy. I won't though, but yeah. Also, I've got subtitles on, so yeah, it wouldn't be proving anything if the writing's up there.
Jackson! Officer Jackson, move those prisoners! Officer
I think it
Baden!
will be better because
Kitchens East staff!
GTA
Officer
5 was
Townsend, those
terrible,
rocks ain't gonna break
now if
themselves.
you take the time you can
What are you
create an
standing there
amazing
for?
character.
Get moving! What are you looking at?
I never played
Go
GTA
on,
5, so
get
unfortunately I can't compare. But This
You?
certainly isn't one of the worst character
You?
creators I've used.
You with the
you know?
hammer?
It was
And
pretty
you'll
hairy
do.
before.
We need to perform a work detail out near Tumbleweed. Come on, get in. Open the gate.
But it gives you a bit more freedom than
Milligan.
some other character creators I've used recently, like say Monster Hunter. I had a go at that, and it doesn't. I mean, it's a very pretty character creator, but it doesn't allow you to adjust things very much. So, for example, if you want to, you know, say eye spacing, you know, close to the nose or further out in the face, it just doesn't allow that. It's just sort of pick these eyes, pick this nose, pick these lips, and put them on a face.
Sour old bastard,
Off you go.
no mistake.
Which,
You like
I
to
don't know,
stay
I don't
calm
find
in
any
there.
challenge in
Weren't
that.
saying nothing.
Well, you are now. Shut up. You know, my wife has acquired ideas significantly above her station. She's been reading too many goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean. And men,
I
I
forgot
guess.
to catch which area we're starting at.
Unnecessary. Doesn't add much to the world.
The characters were strange,
Education.
to say the least. I can believe it. If it was anything like this was at the beginning. Oh no, not Tumbleweed.
Good day, gentlemen. Oh. Don't
This
do
has to be
anything
my
stupid.
least favourite
Nobody gets
starting
shot.
point.
Act like fools.
The lighting's
The pair of you will
brilliant,
be
but if you
dead
happen to
within
want
a
to go
minute.
on and change the
What are your
hairstyle
names?
or
Jenkins
outfits or anything, it's
and
just
Milliken.
the furthest
Well,
away.
Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary. You get that salary
Oh,
whether
she's
these
not too
people
bad.
escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please. Okay. Okay. You all run away. Aside from you. Try to stay out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away before somebody gets shot entirely
Hawley
unnecessarily.
is what I wouldn't mind
Go on,
making
don't
if I
look
thought
back.
it was possible, but I just don't think he
Mr.
is.
Wynn, I believe it was $50 we agreed
Jessica
on.
Leclerc
It
was a lot of fun.
Here's 50 each. Each? Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, ma'am, how about you pick up these guns and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us. Come along. And you better get on this horse.
The only way to do this quickly is to jump.
Ready? Wonderful. I hope you'll forgive the secrecy.
Come
My
on, Hawley.
employer particularly values discretion. My name is Mr. Horley, by the way. 6 months at Sisika Penitentiary. Awaiting a hanging for a murder you did not commit. Must have felt a whole lot longer, my friend. You still seem
Thankfully, it's
strong,
not too
though.
far from.
I mean, doesn't look
You
like
hop out the
breaking all
wagon
those
where the
rocks
camp
that
is
left
on
you
this one.
entirely broken, in body or in spirit.
I think it's
I hope
Valentine
I'm
is the
right about
longest
that.
between the
Rounding
wagon
you
and
folks
camp. Don't quite
Those
know.
sham trials, they were a disgrace. Made a mockery of the rule of law. Still can't quite believe they got
And yeah,
away
the
with it.
lighting is nice
There's
here in
others convicted when
Tumbleweed
you were
for the first
came
little
out breathing
cutscene.
fire. Maybe you're like that too. Guess we'll see. Or maybe you just want to put it all behind you. Forget you were in there at
Have you
all.
ever tried any other
That would be fine, of
Game
course.
of Thrones characters?
You
No, I
will
haven't
listen to
yet.
my
I have had it
mistress
requested,
first.
so
She spent a good sum getting
I will
you
have a
folks
look
out.
into it.
You owe
Maisie
her an
Williams, I
audience,
know,
at
is off the
least.
table because I've tried
Just
her.
up here. There's the camp. Get your horse.
Daenerys, again, she kind of has those really sort of thick eyebrows, so I'm not sure. Maybe
This way. I'll wait.
Sansa, if I'm
She's
lucky.
anxious to meet you.
If I'm lucky. Yeah, celebrities are just tricky. It's one thing to try and make a game character look like a different
Madam,
game character,
we're
and
back.
it's another to make them
Hello.
try and look like
Jessica Leclerc, how do
like
you
an
do?
actual person.
What did you tell her?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Hawley. I do hope we haven't inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused.
Oh yeah, she's not
I know
looking
you
too
and those
bad.
who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of
Sorry
them.
about that.
I can't be sure. But that
Got a
is
noisy
all I know
budgie.
so
I don't know
far.
if you can hear her.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it.
Actually
or
got a
caused
very
it
noisy
unwillingly.
cockatoo who's in bed at the moment.
Anyway,
Thankfully,
I'm sure
otherwise
this is
you'd
all
be
a
hearing
touch
a lot of
confusing and
screaming right now.
melodramatic. Where are my manners? Hawley, please show our
The
guests
amount
to
of
their
times I've
tent
had
and
people
give them
complain
some
about
fresh
the
clothes to
screaming
put on.
cockatoo I've been on the
Then
mic
serve us both a
online.
little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll find a change of clothes in there, alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
Alright, get rid of the vest. I don't know, I usually try and pick pretty standard clothes to start with. Not all black though. That'll do. We'll just finish off this scene and call it done. Oh wait, what? Hit the wrong button. There we go.
That looks more comfortable. Hawley,
Here, madam.
you're very good health. I suppose it beats dying,
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my
yeah.
husband was shot in the back.
Creating
But by
characters.
another gun. Firing
Oh, I do
different
enjoy
bullets
it.
to those you possessed when you
And
were
I definitely
arrested.
do enjoy getting the challenges of some
These
requests,
bullets.
but
This was their mistake.
it is a little bit tricky
You were
sometimes.
rounded
Some of
up
them are
and
just a
sentenced
little
to death, all because you
unobtainable.
came to town and didn't talk too
Unfortunately.
much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are, the people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts.
I
crook,
wonder when we'll get to
my
the last
former
guy,
best friend.
the banker.
Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted
Hopefully
man,
with
and
the next
still
big
in
update.
contact with them. All
I wonder if
ask
there'll
of
be
you
more
is
story
your help
after.
in finding out quite what
Hopefully.
happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you
Guess
get
we'll
back
just
on
have
your
to wait and
feet.
see.
Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to
Do
rob?
hope so.
Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we
Yeah,
do.
so do I. I really hope the update's good too.
Good.
I've been
I
waiting a
look
pretty long
forward to
time.
rewarding you for killing those who made me
I
a
do look
widow.
forward to the new career paths. That does
My
sound
husband
interesting.
was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was
And
killed
it
for
should
greed.
hopefully make camp a
Foul
little bit
greed,
more
when there's
involved in the
quite
game
enough
as
for
well.
everybody.
Because at the
I don't
moment,
care what your
don't
scruples
really use
are as
camp
to
too
killing.
much.
I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now. Then Hawley, go introduce her to nice Mr. Cripps.
That's
I
another
think
thing. I
you'll like
wonder if
Cripps
Cripps
well
will.
enough. He's long
wonder if
past
Cripps
his
will play a
prime,
bigger
of course,
part.
but he hasn't gone entirely crazy
I
just
absolutely
yet.
hate Showdown.
And he
I
will
find
help
it very
you.
boring.
Better than
Oh,
most of
I
his
actually
ilk.
quite like Showdown.
Cripps.
I'm not great at
Get
it,
up.
but I do enjoy
Hello,
it.
partner.
I don't know. I
Harley.
try and do a little bit of everything though.
This is your new boss.
Oh,
Pleased to
Bit of
meet you, partner.
showdown,
J.B. Cripps
bit
at
of
your
free
service.
roam missions, bit
We'll
of story
pay
missions.
to get your camp
you know,
established.
it's not too much of
Mrs.
anything.
Leclerc is a generous
Bit of everything.
benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
I find showdowns a lot better if you have, you know, a good posse to play with as well, some friends. Makes it a lot more fun.
Oh, and madam,
I'm not a big
while
fan
Cripps
of
is
going in there by
establishing
myself.
your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk, then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief and not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.
Good luck.
I don't, because I restart and have the worst weapons.
Get on to the station.
Yeah.
It's not too far.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I've gone into showdown with some of these characters that I've created just to, you know, earn quick XP or whatever, and you really do miss your better guns for sure. Anyway, here's how this character's turned out. She's not too bad. Oops, that's right, I turned the sensitivity right up. Yeah, I go in by myself and that damn Deadeye ability, it doesn't let you aim on... Oh, slippery bastard. Yeah. Paint it black is definitely the best counter for that one. Definitely. Because it'll just lock on to them if you're in paint it. If you can't lock on, then tackle them. That would be my best advice. Two of my posse members use slippery, and yeah, they're about your two best defences. And shotguns as well. So yeah. Another character made. If you guys wanted to create any of the ones I've done on this live, just go ahead and flick through and find the sliders for any of the ones on here. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you to everybody who's, you know, liked, subscribed, watched any of my stuff. You know, thank you all very much. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to creating some more characters in the future. Hope you all have a great weekend. Bye.